Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. You got the super team of sports talk here with y'all as usual. I'm one half of it, Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here with my main man, the North Georgia 6 foot and under post-up champ. Tell him who you are.
What's good, good people? It's the other A and AA Sports, your boy Uncle Hate, broadcasting live on a Tuesday, heading into the conference championships of the NFL. What's good, homie?
Man, I can't call it. Coming off a crazy week of playoffs. Pretty much all my picks have been down the drain. I think out of 8 playoff games, I think I got 3 right.
Straight up.
Yeah. Went 50-50 wild card round. And then this past week, I picked the Steelers, Saints, Pats, and Falcons. So yeah.
I took a beating then too. I mean, I took the Patriots. I took the Falcons. I did not take.
You only lost one game because you took Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah, did you take the Saints or did you take the Vikings?
I took Philly too. I took Atlanta over Philly.
Right, but Saints and Vikings. Who did you take?
I took Saints. I felt like that could have went either way, but I took the Saints.
Okay.
But I was second guessing myself all last week about that shit.
Yeah. We're gonna get in. We're gonna get into these. We're gonna get into these breakdowns. And then, we'll save our predictions for the championship games, I guess, for later on in the week. That show. Yes, sir. So, without further ado, people, again, we want to appreciate everybody tuning in to us. Those who watch us on the YouTube channel, again, don't forget to watch, like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends to subscribe to us at AA Sportscast, straight sports, no chaser on YouTube. And also those of y'all that listen to us on the go, on the Spreaker app, continue to tap those hearts, leave some comments there, and pass that along to your friends, co-workers, and family as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, jumping on into it. We had the first divisional game Saturday afternoon. Atlanta Falcons looking to get back to the Super Bowl. Had what served up looked to be, a pretty decent opportunity to get to the next round. Even though they were playing in Philly, Philly got their second string quarterback in. Didn't work out so well.
No, it didn't work out well at all. You know what? This is one of those situations where I'm gonna use a basketball terminology.
All right.
Atlanta was on the fast break. They was running down the court. The lob was in the air. All they had to do was bring it down. It didn't work out that way.
Yeah, man. I know we did our breakdown last week, and we said that Philly would have to not make mistakes, which I don't think they did. I don't believe they turned the ball over at all.
They did. Remember, first quarter, it seemed like they fumbled twice early.
Right. Did they lose both of them though?
I think they lost both of them.
Yeah. But they really capitalize on it.
Yeah. They were trying their best to gift wrap that game for the Falcons. There was no reason Atlanta shouldn't have went into the half up, 14, give or take? Easy.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it had shit to do with the weather. I just think it was fine. It wasn't super. It was cold, I'm sure, 21 degrees. But it wasn't like the wind was blowing, it was affecting the passing game.
Right.
They got their ass kicked. And the thing that concerned me about that game most happened. They couldn't do nothing with Fletcher Cox on that defensive line.
Nope.
Absolutely nothing. He was causing havoc. And people, I said that because I saw him do it to us around week 5. When I say us, I mean the Panthers. We couldn't do nothing with him.
Right. I was listening to last the prediction show, last Thursday show. I was listening to it this morning actually, and you said that you called that out. You said Fletcher Cox is going to be a problem, and to me, he was clearly the best person on the field.
Best person. I mean, if he's taking out damn near 2 of your linemen, and you're getting pass rush up the middle,
right?
I mean, and I was concerned because they said Alex Mack is he's a Pro Bowler, he's solid, but I was concerned about that matchup. I mean, he destroyed my offensive line, destroyed.
Yeah. I thought Ajayi would have to have about 25 carries or so. Him and Blunt maybe combining for about 30 plus to kind of keep that ground game going to keep the Falcons off the field. And now that I'm rehashing it, you're right. They did fumble early twice. Ajayi left the first one on the ground, and then Blunt. I think he fumbled the next drive, but I don't think they didn't lose that one. I don't think. Yeah,
because he put it right in his stomach, and he just lost it. Yeah. I think he did fall on that ball though. Yeah. But it's like everything that went wrong in that first half, everything, and Atlanta couldn't capitalize at all. I mean, you think about the first drive, Philly got that gift wrap pass interference. They was in field goal range off top. Couldn't do nothing with it. So Atlanta had to come up right there.
Yeah.
You look
at everything. I mean, a lot of the stuff is pretty even. Atlanta didn't do too hot on third downs, but the thing that is very glaring to me, highest paid running back in the league, Devontae Freeman, 10 carries, 7 yards.
You saw what came out after that game.
Nah, what happened?
No, he said he was dealing with a PCL strain that he had against LA. I hate when people do that. Don't say, if you suited up and got out there, I get that you toughed it out, you was a warrior, but did you hear about him being on the injury report?
I said, unless you're on the injury report, I don't even really want to hear it.
Now, I know he got hurt against us, but then he played against the Rams.
Right.
And I ain't hear none of that last week. I ain't hear none of it. So,
maybe it was fine coming into the game, and then maybe he aggravated it or something, and maybe that's why he wasn't as effective throughout the game. But even if you take him out, they gave Coleman 10 carries, he got 79 yards, but they just didn't sustain enough drives. Julio got the ball, 9 for a 101. It just did not do enough to put points on the board.
Man, people always screaming about Julio getting the ball. Julio Jones had 16 targets in that game. 16. And he caught 9. I don't know. I'm not blaming him for it. But before we came on, I was looking at, the Falcons' wins and losses. It's clear if they don't put up a dub, they lose. All of their losses, they were under 20 points. They don't win close games. It's just they gotta score.
Low scoring games, yeah. That don't really seem to be their forte.
But let me ask you this: we really need to have a come to Jesus meeting for our these Falcons fans. Is this whole season all Sark? Because I don't feel like it was.
It wasn't. He's gonna take the blame for it naturally because you coming off Matt Ryan MVP season, best season he had. They scored all them damn points last year, and naturally, even though they changed coordinators, depending on where your mindset is, if it's on football, the shit is not gonna be the same. But if you let that fandom take over your thought process, then you expect the same thing to happen this year. And when it didn't.
But what's funny to me, folks act like Matt balled the first year that Shanahan was here. He didn't.
No, he didn't. Right. Now, I will say this. Now the play calling with Sarkisian, now I'll go back. Matt with Shanahan that first year, yeah, they struggled, but there was still some complexities to the offense that he was trying to learn. This shit Sark throwing out here, a lot of this shit is basic one-on-one.
Yeah.
So it's not a learning curve that Mac don't know the offense. It's just that the offense maybe this year was not creative enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe Sark is in over his head. Because what's the last prominent job he had? We can't count the Alabama job because he got that job the last game of the season, basically.
I guess you could say you what? USC?
Right.
That was about 2-3 years ago, right?
Right. So
He was drunk most of that time, allegedly.
Well, maybe he need to start back drinking.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see.
I mean, they stuck with him at this point.
Yeah, and they went ahead and announced today that they are staying with him. I mean, they could have fired him after 1 year, but for what?
I'm gonna get off that, but my thing,
it wasn't all Sark though. For me, and I'll talk to you a lot about this one on
I know
one.
what you about to say because I know I feel the same way.
Dan Quinn don't take no heat for nothing.
What is this? I mean, does he have a ring? I know he got the ring as the DC in Seattle, right? But past that, why does he catch no blame? I don't understand.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, all of these plays that go wrong, he's quick to. You know what makes a good coach nowadays? I was thinking about it the other day. I was telling the homie Silk. A good coach nowadays is if you go for it on 4th and 1. That's about all you got to be at this point. He's aggressive. He goes for it.
Right.
You know what shit done went wrong with him? I mean, play calling and time management, and he could have easily overrode Shanahan in the Super Bowl last year. He could have overrode some of this shit in this game this week, but he sits back, does nothing.
Right.
The impression of
he's on the sideline.
Cool.
He got headphones on just like everybody else. He hearing the play call, and he like, okay,
cool. He looked like a glorified strength and conditioning coach to me. And they give him no blame, none. We got a lot of homeboys who are Falcons fans. Every Sunday, what do we hear? Fire Sark. Fire Sark. And I believe you chime in every Sunday, so ain't none of this on Quinn. None of it. And it's crickets.
Quinn, Matt Ryan, the receivers, they had the most drops in the league this year.
And that went under the radar.
I guess Sark dropped all the balls too. I guess Sark didn't get off the field on 3rd downs.
I'm not saying that man don't deserve some blame.
Absolutely he does. Absolutely.
But we're sitting these Atlanta fans sitting around with blinders on if they're not putting none of this on their coach. I mean, none.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I was going to say, I think we're saying the same thing. It's enough to spread around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, you Falcons fans, y'all fooling yourself if you think it's only Sark. Now, I mean, I give him a good majority of the blame. Don't get me wrong. But just as much blame you want to give him, you got to get a head coach.
Exactly. But, I think I got to find a way to give Philly some credit for this game. I'm trying to figure out what they did well to win this game besides play defense.
Not mess it up. That was like a common theme this week with a lot of these games. The Eagles, Jacksonville, even Case Keenum to a certain degree. Just when the biggest compliment you can give is, well, he didn't mess it up. That's a problem.
Man, you're stealing right here. If that's the biggest thing you can say, that's stealing right there. You can't go no higher than that.
No, nowhere at all. So Philly moving on to host the NFC Championship game.
Best thing I think happened for them this past week, the best thing, everybody was picking Atlanta off top.
Did they had a little extra motivation because of that?
Yeah, they had the underdog thing going into it. If you on your home field, you the number 1 seed. Even if you lost your quarterback, you number 1 at home. And nobody gave them a chance. Nobody. So, that kind of helped, I think, it motivated them.
Yeah. And it also helped that, like I said, Nick Foles has been a starter, and he's done some good things in this league. So, it wasn't like they had to throw Colt McCoy out there.
I mean, he was checked down, Charlie, 23 for 30, 246. He didn't throw it away. Only got sacked 1 time. I mean, hell, what you say? Don't mess it up.
Just don't mess it up. Just don't mess it up. Now, the biggest thing I give I'll leave Sark alone after this. Biggest thing I give him flack for, and maybe this one play describes a whole season, but that 4th down call to try and win the game, I cringe every time I see any team run a sprint out play on the goal line.
Yeah.
It's going to be a problem because you got 1, maybe 2 targets at the most, and you cutting off half your field. That play never works.
Before you run that peel out play, would they? I mean, I guess he's too slow. They wouldn't consider a bootleg.
I would have preferred. I mean, if you want to get him out on the edges, I would have done that.
Right. I mean, I know they say Freeman wasn't healthy, but Coleman still got burst last time I checked.
Exactly. You fake one of them, like you fake a stretch run or something to one side and bootleg Matt over to the other side.
You could have put that tight end, away from the play if they was. There's a lot of ways they could have went.
See, that's a problem that Atlanta has too. That I think they need to address this offseason. They need a tight end that's worth a damn.
Yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that plays a big part into some of their struggles this year. Because you think, well, Matt last year didn't really have.
Well, he had Hooper.
Yeah, Hooper and Tololo, same guys from this year.
Who was that cat from Indiana, from the Colts they had? The older guy. I forgot his name. Ben something. They had 3 tight ends because Tololo was the blocker primarily. I can't remember the guy's name, but they had another tight end that they played with. But you're right. They got to address that. They have to.
Right. All right.
I want to do a section. I want to do a section on Thursday for these teams that lost. You made the playoffs. You got beat. What you do now? For those teams that lost, we're gonna look at that Thursday. Because looking at this team, I mean, outside of a few defensive additions, they should be competing every year.
Yeah, I mean they should be. They'll be back next year. They should be right back in the thick of the hunt next year. They got to get that offense rolling. They got to get the offense rolling. They have to.
And any of you fans, this is the last thing about Atlanta. We're gonna move on. Any of you, we've been telling people all past weekend. We were telling them we was just getting it out there for them. You got to pay them. So all of y'all who's frustrated, we heard people this weekend. He's a bum. He's this. He's that. Y'all be prepared this summer when he's standing up there with a suit, smiling with his pregnant wife. He just got $120 million. Hell, I was actually short because we've been saying 120. I heard 130.
Yeah. Because as the number in the cap goes up, yeah.
So y'all just be prepared. We've been trying to warn you on this show. We've been trying. Y'all ain't been hearing this, but it's gonna happen. And there's nobody else in the cupboard. You're gonna have to pay Matt Ryan, so be prepared.
Right, and the franchise tag is wishful thinking.
Yeah.
You don't usually franchise somebody you've already gave one big deal to.
Right. I hear him and Matthew Stafford are homeboys. They real tight from what I gather. So he gonna take a pay cut. His homeboy just got paid.
Nah.
Where they do that at?
Not happening.
So
y'all will have Matt Ryan for the next 3 to 5 years, minimum.
Easily. All right.
Well, like I said, we'll touch on that when we get into what the teams need because I want to know they got to do something. I don't think they can continue to keep Freeman and Coleman.
Well, they already done paid Freeman. My thing is, it's hard trading running backs, as you know, because you can get one in the draft. I mean, Freeman was a 4th round pick. So who's to say you can't go get another guy, 4th through 6th round? So what would you realistically want for Coleman? I say if you get a second, you're good.
NFL, it ain't like basketball. They don't really try to trade the guys. They just let them go.
Well, they're moving a little bit different. I mean, he's still on that rookie contract. So he's they probably got control of him for another 2 years, give or take.
Okay, well, I mean, if it's 2 years, then they ain't got nothing to worry about in the foreseeable future. I'm thinking maybe this was the last year of his deal or maybe next year.
Now, actually, remember, he came in the first year, Devontae balled because he got hurt. Because technically, he was supposed to be the guy in Atlanta. Then he got hurt, and Devontae took the job. They split it last year. This is his 3rd year. They control you for about 5 years, right, with the rookie deal?
Let's see. His deal was for 4 years. So this coming up season is his last season.
They might trade him at the draft. I mean, you got to think he wants a job, a real job.
What are you gonna trade? What are you gonna trade a back that splits carries? That was a what round pick?
2nd.
Let's see.
Third.
Round pick.
You might get a 6th, 5th. I don't know. It depends on the situation, I suppose.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Put him over there with Derrick Henry, because DeMarco is not young enough. You need, I mean, if the way the league is going now, then we getting off subject. People, we can get to talking sports and get off on these tangents.
Right.
Let me keep it moving. All right, Saints in Minnesota. First half of this game, it really did seem like Minnesota was on their way to just.
Oh.
They was on their way to a rout, it seemed like. Drew Brees threw 2 picks in the first half. They couldn't run the ball whatsoever. They were just running into a wall. Well, it turned around. What? Case Keenum, he was 25 of 40, 318 yards. 61 of that came on the Miracle in Minnesota. I believe that's what they're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
What did you – I know we was all talking on our little personal chat, but that game was pretty much over in my eyes. I mean, they would have had to make a 50-yard field goal, and their kicker looked suspect on that last one. What the fuck?
Well, I thought New Orleans did a good job to get back into the game.
Yes, they did.
And they defense showed up after giving up them 17 points. They held it down to get back into the game. And I feel bad for a little bit for the kid Marcus Williams and Saints fans. Well, I mean, it's a couple of days removed now, so maybe y'all can calm down a little bit. But if you think about it, you're not even in a position to win in that game without that boy picking that ball off there.
I was about to say that had he not got – well, first of all, he made the play, but that was a horrible damn pass Case came through on that play. That right there is the reason why they would sit there and wait till damn near Thursday to name him the starter every week. That type of shit there.
Right.
Pass was –
and it almost cost him. It almost cost him.
But that boy made that play. You absolutely right. He made the play to get that ball rolling.
Yeah, and the other thing I observed, Michael Thomas he's a damn good wide receiver.
Xavier Rhodes has shut down everybody.
Yeah,
everybody, physical. And I kind of wondered going into the year. I'm like, damn, Brandon Cooks is their number 1 wide receiver. They let him walk for a second-year cat.
See why?
I swear, he puts me in the mind of that other cat they had, but he faster. Colston.
Marcus Colston? Yeah, because he good for 8 or 9 balls every game.
Quiet 8 or 9, and he competes. I like him, man.
Right. Because because when Xavier Rhodes started talking to him, I figured, okay, he didn't got in this. He may get in his head. Now it may not be no production. Nah, he was game.
What they say? That boy got dog in him.
Yeah.
A lot of it. I mean that was a battle to see on the outside. Mm-hmm. Going at it, and for him to get 2 touchdowns on damn near the number 1 corner. I think the first touchdown Rhodes was out.
Yeah.
No, the second one Rhodes was out. The first one Rhodes was on him.
Yeah.
And he still got drugged on that. I think it was a slant.
Mm-hmm.
But Drew Brees, man, it's like you hate to see that for him because these opportunities don't come along very often. But I mean, 39 years old. They haven't really been relevant since that Super Bowl. Have they made the playoffs since that Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah. They had because a matter of fact, he brought it up in the press conference. Because this was a heartbreaker, and then to him, they felt that they should have beat the 49ers. I think it was 2011, 2012, and Vernon Davis caught that last-minute touchdown to win. They were good.
I keep forgetting about the Jimmy Graham era because they were balling during that time.
Right.
When you got rid of Jimmy, it's like the offense.
Yeah. Yeah, last couple years, they've been down the last couple years. Matter of fact, you're right. Ever since they got rid of Jimmy.
Yeah. But you can't blame them for that, though, because that solidified the offensive line.
Yeah.
Well, you think Russell Wilson wouldn't take Max Unger back right now?
I'm about to say, because it all started with them getting Max Unger, and it has definitely paid dividends. So, like you said, you hate to see it for Breeze a little bit because, like I said, 39, you don't get these opportunities very often, and they had a solid chance to take it home if they would have got past this particular game. Now, at 39, unrestricted free agent, No franchise tag is on the table because that's the clause in the
Shout out to his agent for getting that put in that last deal.
You have to pay him. You got to pay him. So, I mean, before we get to that, do anything else within the game you want to talk about? I mean, I know you got the last play. You know, we didn't heard every angle from that over the last couple of days. Yeah, the boy should have made the play, but you know, as you keep hearing more and more, you hear the players and everything talk. You know, it looks like it appears he was trying to avoid the pass interference, missed time the whole thing, and that's why he ended up ducking, and he didn't make any contact at all.
Had he lightly touched him, just lightly,
Yep.
they would have ruled him down, and that would have been the end of the game.
Right.
So I don't blame him for that. You know, one play don't mess up the entire game. But past that, Adam Thielen made some catches in that game. Made some catches that big.
Thielen is solid.
You know, Minnesota got some decisions on their hands. I don't know about Keenum, man. I don't know, man.
And, you know, for what you keep hearing from Zimmer, even if they win the Super Bowl, I don't think they're going to bring him back.
I don't know, man. I mean, some shit he was doing, I mean, you know, the lemon booty came on him. It covered him. I mean.
And it also came over the whole offense because, you know, Murray, McKinnon, they was getting off a little bit early. Saints shut that shit down second half. And, you know, quarterback like Keenum, you ain't got no run game to support you. You know, shit can get a little dicey.
They was on his ass, though, that second half. That pass rush came alive.
Yeah.
And, you know, he got them happy feet. People, it's the reason why. Let's put it in these terms so people can understand. Just last year, the two quarterbacks who were starting in the NFC Championship were on the same team, and they were behind the rookie who was terrible. Just last year. And we mean the LA Rams. Nick Foles and Case Keenum on the same damn team last year. And neither one of them will work for Dan. And Jared Goff got that game. So it's the reason why guys are not necessarily – I kind of feel like Keenum has to ball this next game and the next game to get the type of money he think he going to get. Because he's shaky. He's shaky.
I don't know what type of money he think he going to get.
The best he can hope for, what did old boy get from Tampa last year, from Chicago? That's like $15 million. The tall kid.
Oh, Mike Glennon?
Glennon. That's the best that's on the good side.
I'd say 15 is probably on the high side.
Only job I really see possibly Arizona, because they ain't got nobody unless they go back to Gabbert. Is he better than Gabbert?
I'll take him over Gabbert. I mean, if he's gonna play the rest of his however many years he got left in the league like he did this year, then he can be. If he's gonna be the Case Keenum from the Rams and from the Texans, nah.
Now go ahead with what you was going into before. That's a good topic.
Alex Smith may be another destination, or Arizona might be another destination for Alex Smith.
Yeah.
But we're gonna touch on contracts. We're kind of still on the same.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're talking about Breeze though.
Yeah.
39 unrestricted, no franchise. They can't franchise them. What do? You clearly still got a window. Your window is still open. You pretty much bring back the same team. You had an excellent draft last year.
Excellent draft.
And all of your first round picks came out to be studs.
Right. They rolled sevens on all of them draft picks.
And now you can build on that. So, and I'll hit you with it. I'm thinking, 39. I give him a, maybe 3-year deal. Third year with the team option, 20 mil a year. So, because you figure the average for the higher tiers is about $25 million. I don't think they're gonna go that high just due to his age. So
but would he ask for it?
Would he ask for it? Oh, he probably gonna go in there and ask for it.
Because they're paying him 20 now on a 1 year. I mean, would they meet him in the middle and say 22 and a half?
My guess is he probably gonna want 2 years, 50.
That sounds reasonable.
He probably gonna want 2 years, 50. Now the guaranteed part can get, how much is he gonna want guaranteed? 40?
Shit.
He gonna want 30 to 40 of that guaranteed.
And let's not forget, they've been playing this dance with him for like the last 3 off seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, people that's kind of on the low because they done got it done with them 1 year deal. But he was franchised, right?
I
He
can't.
made it right before the franchise, I believe. But they've been doing this for the last 3 years, I think. I think you're right.
Small chance it don't. Small chance it don't happen.
He's 39, cuz.
How much do they value Drew Brees? That's
How much do they value him in $50 million? Is this the lifetime contract that the Lakers gave Kobe at the end? That messed up they salary cap forever?
No, I mean it wouldn't do that because it wouldn't be as long of a deal. But I think that he's probably going to want $5 to $10 million more than what he's probably worth at this point in his career.
They kind of own.
And the question the Saints are going to have to answer is, hey, we kind of own him. He brought us one Super Bowl, and if we don't bring him back, we basically going back to square one, and we have another opportunity right now to go and try and get another one. Is that worth $5 or $10 million? If I'm the owner, it absolutely is worth it.
Yeah, because another thing you got to consider too, who else is up for money with that team? Everybody's pretty much is young.
Young. Everybody.
Unless Cam Jordan's owed some money. But I think he just get paid the same way.
I want to say he got paid to get there. Mark Ingram.
I think they got another year. No, they just paid Mark Ingram like last summer before last.
Did they? Okay.
They shouldn't owe nobody.
Yeah, he signed a 4-year deal. Well, he's got 1 more year left.
Now, I believe Ingram, did he make the All-Pro team? I know he was a Pro Bowler, but I believe they said.
I do not think he made All-Pro. I think All-Pro was Le'Veon and Todd Gurley.
Okay, because you remember, like, mid-season, they were saying he had that clause in his contract. If he made the All-Pro, he could be an unrestricted free agent this summer. But he didn't make that, so they still got him for another year.
Well, let me check to see if he made third team.
I don't know, cuz $50 million sounds reasonable for 2 years. It sounds reasonable, but I don't know.
I think they should be able to. They should be able to handle that. They should be able to handle that. Like I said, we're gonna see because sometimes these owners and everybody, they start getting a little stingy. Their memories get cloudy. They don't, they forget who got them there. First team All-Pro Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell. Second team. I'm sorry. First team was Todd Gurley. Second team was Le'Veon. Third team. It does not show third team.
I don't believe he would have made third team.
I would. My guess would be no.
But if it came down to him leaving at this point, I would get a thumper. But I think Kamara can handle most of the load. I'd get a thumper for 10 to 15.
I would still get another one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get a thumper to do the 10 to 15. But the rest of that stuff, I mean, hell, it's not even really running plays no more. You running screens and passes out the backfield. Those are your running plays at this point. But are we good with that? Let me ask you this: what the hell is going on with Sean Payton lately?
Bruh, talking about his antics, right?
Yes, his antics, and it's almost like he was trying to fuck them over. Second half of that game with them challenges. What the hell?
Oh, the challenges, man. I forgot all about that. Yeah, that was two of the dumbest ass challenges I ever seen. The first one, you could tell he didn't even see the fucking replay before he threw the flag out there.
Right.
They were lined up, and you can see, at the top of the screen, you can see his whole body, but you can see his feet. You can see him next to the official with the flag in his hand. He's probably waiting for them to show the replay on the Jumbotron. They never did, so he was just like, fuck it, let's just challenge it. Like, how do you do that? And then the second one, you see that replay, and that wasn't even close.
Well, could he not have used that? Well, I mean, technically they got ahead late, so I guess it worked out. But it seemed like he could have used one of them timeouts that he lost BSing around with them challenges. Maybe I don't know, something, but it just seems like he's been ultra aggressive like the last 5, 6, 7 weeks on humbug. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's you're right. That's been him. But yeah, those two challenges almost came. You're right. It almost came back to bite him in the ass because if they would have come down to a situation where they needed those timeouts and didn't have them, then he would have had to answer for that.
That shit was like early in the second half too. It was like early.
Yeah, like back-to-back plays within 5 minutes of each other. Like, come on, dude.
And everybody on the broadcast team was like, well, I mean, that makes no sense. I mean, it's clear. He's wrong.
Hey, dude, what are you doing?
But
he addressed the because it came out today that he was making fun of the Skull chat, the Minnesota chant. He said he was having some fun with some fans. I guess they were kind of going back and forth throughout the game. So I ain't got no problem with that. If they was going, coming at him, they going back and forth, all in good fun. I ain't really got a problem with that. It just looks bad on top of the shit that he did in Atlanta with the choke sign.
But isn't that becoming society at this point? I mean, trolling is like the thing that folks do now.
Yeah,
there's no decorum anymore. It's trolling.
That's it.
Take that late layup. Throw that pass when you up 15 with 3 minutes to go on the fourth. I kind of like it because it's aggressive, but in some cases, if you don't come out on top, you look like a sucker at the end. But what else?
Hold on 1 second, champ. Having some issues here. I hear you just fine, but your camera ain't moving.
Well, I'm up here in North Georgia, so if it's snowing outside, I might be getting affected. That's if it's snowing. Motherfuckers done went and bought all the bread and water thinking they ain't got to go to work tomorrow. Bless their heart.
1 second. All right, there we go.
All right.
Back. Yeah, they're going to have to go to work tomorrow. Now, they closing schools and everything, so we'll see. All right, so that's the wrap on the Minnesota game. Shout out to Minnesota. I know we talked a lot about the Saints. We got plenty of opportunity to keep talking about you guys because you're still in the playoffs. So you're going to Philly this week to take on the Eagles. You should be the favorites in that game. To me, they got all the motivation they need. Win this game, come back home and play a Super Bowl.
I tell you what, man, you think about when they come down to home field late in seasons, it's a big difference playing that game in a 72-degree dome compared to going outside in Philadelphia. Boy, that crowd's going to be crazy. But even early predictions, they should win this game. 100% they should win this game.
Yeah. And even though Minnesota play inside, I still don't even really look at them as a dome team because they live in that shit every day. They practice in that shit every day. So, you know what I'm saying? They're not like the Falcons where, they practicing outside in 50-degree weather. They practicing out there in them same elements that they about to go to Philly and have to deal with. So, just the people who go into the Super Bowl, bless your heart, because it was like -5 out there Sunday. So who knows what it's going to be 3 weeks from now. I don't know how the hell you party or have a good time in that shit.
All right, let's get on to the big upset of the week. Okay, people, there were 2 people on this show last week, and we were breaking down the Savages and the Pittsburgh Steelers game.
Right.
One of us put his chips in the middle of the table. Put them in the middle of the table. He wrote it for the Savages, and he got it done. Shout out to the homie Diego. He kept his word. I won the chicken bet. I can't even take a lot of credit for this because there is no way in God's green earth you could have told me Pittsburgh put up 42 and lost that game. I wouldn't have believed you. So.
Right. If you would have told me Jacksonville was going to give up 42, I wouldn't have believed you.
Exactly.
So crazy game from the start, man. Crazy game from the start. Pittsburgh came out, turnover. They were flat. 2 turnovers by Ben. That led to some quick points. I think they got down, 28-7?
21-7 early. Then it got up to 28, I believe.
Yeah, I think it went to 28-7 on the fumble return. It went to 28-7, and they got, the bomb to Martavis Bryant right before the half to pull them to 28-14 and give them a shot. They come out third quarter, get it to 28-21. All right, we got a game. And did they tie it up at one point?
Nah, they never tied it.
They never tied it.
They were always 7 down.
They never tied it. Shout out to the Savages for, even after losing most of their lead, holding it together and scoring on a couple late drives to keep that game like a 2-possession game and keep, and hold Pittsburgh off. There's a lot to say about Pittsburgh in this game. The first thing I want to say is Todd Haley's a fucking idiot. I've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, you have.
That fourth down call.
We got so much to talk about with Pittsburgh.
Come on, man. You're going to run a stretch play with that much to go on 4th and inches. The shit was so close. The line of scrimmage line was damn near on top of the yellow line for the first down. It was that close, and you run to the outside against a fast-ass defense. Okay? Makes no sense. And then the second 4th down play, now this is the one that's more interesting to me. Same short yardage. Ben checked out of whatever the original play was, I believe. Because
he can't check out of plays, though.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But whatever, he looked at something and he went booster. He started yelling for booster. And whatever the fuck booster meant, it wasn't the original play. It ended up being a crossing route. Now, Juju did get hell coming out of that break, but if they didn't call it, it didn't happen. That was just a bad play call. Now, he claimed he can't check out of plays and check into a quarterback sneak.
We got to talk about him in a little bit. But I'm going to take it back to a story when we were younger. Young Diego, young Hate. When we used to go hoop, you remember? Mm-hmm. One of us is a talker. I'm the talker. What she's always telling me, chill out, cuz. Let's win first. Cuz they was looking ahead of them.
Oh, yeah.
Last Thursday. They were focused on New England last Thursday.
Yep. Le'Veon tweeting. Mitchell was out there saying stuff.
Talking about playing them in hell. We'll play them anywhere. We're going to win. Yeah. Tomlin talking shit. They look past them.
I was about to say, and it all comes from the head coach. I don't
like to criticize him often, but sometimes he can be too much of a player's coach. And that's it. Shut up and win. They whooped your ass 30-9. 30-9 in a physical fashion. And y'all out there looking ahead of them?
Right.
Hey, it's so much to let's give the Savages their due before we move on, because we got some stuff with Pittsburgh.
Right.
Blake Bortles got it done. It may not look impressive, people, because he only did 14 of 26, 214 yards. He made the throws he had to make when he had to make them.
Yep.
If I'm not okay, looking at it, they went 5 for 5 in the red zone. 5 for 5.
5 for 5, and then also 8 for 14 on third down.
That means y'all wasn't getting them off the field.
Exactly. Which is why I didn't have a problem, too big of a problem with the onside kick.
Nah, like he said, I give Tomlin that. We weren't stopping him.
Yeah.
So we got to take a shot. People, they drafted a rookie with a full beard, the bald head named Leonard. That's a grown man, cuz. Did he not impose his will on that damn defense early in the game?
I say early in the game, yeah, he definitely did. They couldn't stop them at all early in the game. They were going right up and down the field on them. As a matter of fact, I don't think Jacksonville even punted too late in the third quarter.
And their leading receiver in the game was their change of pace back, Yeldon. They're doing this shit without wide receivers.
No tight end.
No, I don't even know who their tight end is at this point.
I think it's Mercedes Lewis still.
Oh my God. Ain't he our age? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, I think matter of fact, I want to say, did he ball out that Pittsburgh game? We was like, damn, we didn't even think he was still in the league.
Talking about the game, the Baltimore game. When they went over there and whooped their ass in London.
Okay, because he was there. He had like 2 touchdowns. So, hey man,
does this run keep Blake Bortles there?
Hey man, he got a 5th-year option at $19 million.
He gonna be there. Yeah, that's it. We ain't gotta talk about that. 19, that's reasonable money.
I think he'll be there.
Go another way.
Hey, And besides, man, you can't get rid of Super Bowl winning quarterback, right? I'm just saying, man, we could be looking at a Case Keenum versus Blake Bortles Super Bowl, or Blake Bortles versus Nick Foles.
I don't give a damn what people say. They say we love real football. The NFL is shitting bricks right now, concerned with Blake Bortles versus Case Keenum or Nick Foles. The only thing I'm looking forward to, because I'm gonna say it now, I don't want to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl again. I'm tired of this Tom Brady ass kissing this week. The Savages got a chance. They have a chance.
Oh, absolutely.
Acting like it's a foregone conclusion. People, they match up better with them than Pittsburgh would have. They match up much better with them.
Absolutely.
If you look at real football and matchups, they got a chance. They got a legit chance.
Yeah, because you got 2 shutdown corners, and you got a pass rush that can get there with 4.
And you know they put Ramsey on Gronk.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, they could go a couple different directions. They could put Church on them.
But you remember a couple years ago in the playoffs. You remember a couple years ago, Belichick put Talib. No, I'm sorry, Denver put Talib on Gronk.
Yeah,
shut his ass down.
Yeah, I think they'll throw some different combinations at him. But I can see Jalen Ramsey getting a good bit of run on him, and you put Boyer on Brandon Cooks. And, you let that front 4 go get Brady, because that's the kryptonite. Every time the Patriots have crumbled or lost in the divisional round or AFC championship at home is when teams get pass rush on Brady. And
like you said, they sent in 4. They ain't even blitzing them linebackers.
Then you got to send everybody. So then you get pressure, not where you're going to go with the ball. I think it's going to be a lot of check downs in this game.
I mean, that's how he move either way, but we'll get into the breakdown soon. It's just been amazing to me how folks ain't giving them zero chance. Like, zero chance.
Yeah, they probably feeding off of Vegas in the line. Where are they getting this 9-point spread from?
Because Pittsburgh, and tell me if I'm wrong, Pittsburgh has better offensive personnel than the Patriots. Better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, so they bended, they didn't break. They gave up 43 points, but they don't have that type of personnel. Them cats ain't fast like that. Cooks is the only fast dude they got, and he don't run nothing but a goat.
Yeah, they'll use some different things. The Patriots always got some cat that's like a 9th round pick, fresh off the couch, who was working at Lowe's last week, gonna come in there and probably catch about 5.
Has he played this year?
Malcolm, I think he's on IR.
Okay, so I knew I hadn't seen him much this year. Do you remember he was the late cat last year that nobody had seen that they brought in? Oh, didn't they pick up they got Kenny Britt. I forgot all about him. Hell, they might throw him out there. Who knows? But let's get on this Pittsburgh thing.
They should, because if anything, Kenny Britt can open up some stuff up underneath for Amendola, Gronk, Deion Lewis, James White, some of them backs. It can open up some of that stuff underneath if you can just even put Kenny Britt out there and maybe just throw one decoy ball out there to him.
Right.
Just try to keep Jacksonville honest. Because if you let Jacksonville press you, man up and press you with them corners and fight you at the line of scrimmage without no threat of going deep, you're going to be in for a long day.
All right, let's get on this Pittsburgh thing. I was talking to my homie, your wife, Mrs. Diego, Sunday, and she was drove. She's a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan. She got the terrible towel, the whole 9 yards. She was drove.
There's a lot of cussing going on in the house Sunday.
But my thing, as soon as the game was over, I said, the fucked up part is now you got to hear this bitching from Ben all offseason. Because he waited a week. I need you to tell me, when did Ben become a sucker? Like, when did he really become a sucker?
Now, what did he say, though? Because I know he went ahead and came out and said he's back.
So I like that part. That part I'm cool with. That was Monday. No, that was right after the game. He said he's back. Yeah. But I'm talking about the under the bus shit he been doing the rest of the week. Well, I can't check out of the play. We don't run that. Tomlin laughs at me. And I just be a leader, home. Be a leader. We lost. It went the other way. So like every time they lose, Ben is throwing everybody under the bus. Everybody. And I just don't care for that. I don't.
I mean, I don't care for that either. Now, in regards to that particular question, though, I don't know the question that was posed to him. Of course, they just gave us the answer that he gave. So I don't know how that question was posed to him. I mean, he could have very well been given an honest answer. Maybe he can't check out of.
But would you?
I know he can check out a play, so I'm not buying that from him.
But would you have said that though? Because you know how that makes your coach look off top. Truth or not?
I mean, probably not. Like I said, how was the question asked to him? And if they simply asked, "Why didn't you check out of the play?" If he can't check out the plays, I can't check out the plays.
I think you said it to me earlier today. You have a hard time believing a two-time Super Bowl winner can't check out of a damn play to a QB sneak. If I'm not mistaken, he about the same size as Cam Newton. He's 6'5", about 240.
Right.
And like you said, those fourth down plays were very suspect. Running a stretch play when you got a cat, and you said it was a couple inches, because I didn't see much of this game because I was out and about moving. I was listening to it, but I didn't actually see the physical.
Yeah.
If it was inches.
It was inches. I mean, like.
I have a hard time believing.
That's the football link. Now, just to look at the nuance of what he said, what he was saying, he can't check out of plays, and he's not allowed to. When he was referring to Mike Tomlin laughing at him, he's not allowed to run quarterback draws, which is a little different setup. Because quarterback draw, you kind of standing back there in the gun, you get the ball, and you take off. That's
Cam does.
That's a Cam.
I get that.
I can understand Mike Tomlin laughing at him if he actually do that.
He's 35 years old, of course.
Right. But don't try to camouflage that and tell me that you can't check out of a play and go to a quarterback sneak and quick snap the ball and get 6 inches when you 6'5", 270. I'm not buying that.
It's just saying like after every loss, like the New England loss. Well, you know, they told me to run it. I couldn't check out, so they just told me to get it out of my hand.
Yeah.
It's ways to tell the truth, and it's ways to not even answer the question. It just seemed like Ben's driving that bus, just running over everybody. And I just don't care for that. I don't care for it.
I guess, yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I guess it's a fine line because, I mean, in some token, I know I do. When I hear those token textbook answers, that pisses me off or frustrates me.
Yeah.
And, you know,
that New England shit.
Right. And, you know, we kind of want the players to be real, but, you know, how real do you be, like you said, without throwing other people under the bus? You know, said this has been going on for quite some time with him looking like a sucker. If he would have just came out and said Todd Haley's an idiot, I would have preferred that because everybody knows Todd Haley's an idiot. So
I read a story today. It said the minority partners, not the majority, because that's the Rooney family. The minority partners want them to fire Mike Tomlin. Do you think he should get heat? I mean, some stuff he does. I didn't care for none of last week. None of it. But we know, you said it before, Pittsburgh don't move like that. They've had 3 coaches in our lifetime.
Right.
They don't move that way, but
he can't keep this type of stuff up. And I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna have some talks with him. Because just like players have to have exit interviews with the coaches, people have to have an exit interview with the GM and the owners. And they probably are going to tell him to tone some of that shit down, or maybe they won't. Because at the same time, I'll use Ben as an example. When Ben standing back there and he's patting the ball and holding it too damn long and taking sacks, you like, God damn, Ben, how long are you going to hold the ball? But at the same token, that's what he does. And a lot of the times he can escape some of that, and that's when he make those downfield plays like he did to Martavis Bryant, like he did to Antonio Brown. So I say that to say is, do you let a guy be who he is and you take the good with the bad, or do you try to kind of change him and then he's not genuine?
Can I throw this loss on not having Shazier? Because he would have been right there in the middle to meet Fournette.
No, you put this loss on Mike Tomlin. Because Mike Tomlin then had on boys prepared to play. That was obvious how flat they came out, and you're at home coming off of a bye. You know what I'm saying?
I just think that's that whole we ain't got focus on them. We good. I'm worried about New England. That's why.
That's why for me, it's all on Mike Tomlin because see, he started this whole looking ahead thing
weeks ago
before they played the Patriots the first time. He was the first person to come out saying, "Hey, we got these guys." I think it was like 3 games away at the time when he started talking about it. So like I said, the players feed off of the head coach. So if the players like, "Oh, coach out there talking," guess what we gonna do? We're going to go out there and we're going to talk because we know coach got our back because he do the same thing. So it's just a trickle-down effect. Like you said, you got multiple players. Le'Veon Bell tweeting, we got 2 weeks around or back-to-backs. No, you got 1 week if you don't get past that, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, and Le'Veon, that's another discussion there because
that was another bad omen, I thought, too.
He dropped that shit, Friday? If they tag me again, I'm going to retire or sit out.
Yeah, it may have been Wednesday or Thursday. But I think what came out Friday or maybe Saturday was the report that they're going to franchise him again after he said that. So, to me, that was another bad omen right there. Okay, y'all got contract shit coming out during the playoffs. That's not good.
And like you said, it's a fine line because we want cats to be genuine. We really do. But sometimes that New England shit is what it need to be. Keep it in the house. Yep. Keep it in the house. You ain't need to discuss that. It just came off wrong. But I mean, Ben Roethlisberger threw for 469 yards in this game. I mean, a lot of that came late. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, a fumble. All of the B's showed up. Ben, Brown, and Bell, they showed up. That defense didn't get it done. But they're close, man. They're real close.
Yeah. Like I said, the defense got to be addressed.
They had 545 yards of total offense and lost.
Yeah.
So that shit doesn't happen normally, people. It doesn't.
I mean, they won the time of possession. 3 for 3, yeah, it was bad.
It doesn't happen. I don't know what their salary cap situation is, but I mean, we know they ain't paying Le'Veon, so they're gonna have his money to give to somebody else. But they get a couple more playmakers on that defense. If they could draft defense the way they draft wide receivers, they'd be just fine. The Lord knows they get wide receivers.
You're right. They absolutely do get wide receivers. And outside of Shazier,
Bud Dupree solid.
Bud Dupree is solid. They've missed on some defensive guys. Joe Hayden was back in the lineup this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played all right. Looking up their cap. Oh, I'm already down far enough. Well, let's see, they ain't got no money. They are not even on the list. How is that possible?
I just never seen a team look that far.
You want to give a guess how much money they got? How much cap space they got as it stands right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
15 million.
Nah.
They ain't even got that much?
Nah.
Where the hell is the money going?
You know how much they got?
Okay, I'll take another guess. 8?
8 million?
Yeah.
Nah.
Shut up. You're lying.
They have $28,048 in cap space.
Are you shitting me?
28 racks, cuz that's what they got.
Okay, I know AB got his last year. I know Ben got his. It ain't Brian. It ain't Juju. It ain't Le'Veon. Didn't they pay Pouncey?
All right, so being at 23, Brown at 17 and a half.
Who was that? Say one more time. I'm sorry, I was talking.
Antonio Brown at 17.6. Okay. Stephen Tuitt, defensive end, at 13.6. Cameron Hayward, 12 and a half. Joe Hayden, 12. The guard, DeCastro, 11. Pouncey, 10 and a half. Shazier, 8. Mike Mitchell, 8. Villanueva, 7. Marcus Gilbert, 7. And then you go down to 4 and below. So
hold on. The Browns cut Joe Hayden because he wasn't performing. And they had him $12 million a year.
So all those people I just named off, their top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll just go with 11. Out of their top 11 salary cap hits, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, six of them on the offensive end, most of them on the line. But the rest of that is defense, and the defense struggled.
And they gonna have to pay. Ain't Martavis coming up at some point?
Yeah, you remember I think he's gonna be unrestricted this year.
Okay, it's this year? I thought they had one more year to control him. They ain't gonna franchise him.
No, they got one more year.
That's tied to Le'Veon, so.
Yeah, he got one more year at $700,000.
Oh, he's stuck. Okay, so basically they put all their money on offense. They ain't got shit for the defense.
I mean, I think they've paid who they can pay on defense. The rest of them are young guys like Dupree, T.J. Watt.
Oh, he's gonna be controlled. He's a rookie.
They're gonna have to step up.
Is anybody on that team? Well, that's something I want to do when we talk about these playoff teams. Who's on this team that could be a surprise cut? Who's making a lot of money? You know, we'll talk about that.
We'll get into it.
Anything else you got on them?
No, sir. Sayonara, Pittsburgh, until next year.
Okay, this fourth game, as you see, the Patriots scored 35, the Titans scored 14. That's about all I got.
That's pretty much it. And this game, because we was out. We was together with some friends on this game. We had went somewhere and watched the Falcons game and the Patriots game. We decided to switch spots, and we were talking shit, drinking, eating. We didn't really watch this game. It was on.
We expected this to happen. We expected it.
Right. It was on, but we weren't paying any attention to it, so I couldn't tell you what the hell happened in this game.
I didn't see much of that game. I didn't see much at all. I just know that New England got in their ass.
Right.
That's all.
This Sunday will be the first time I've watched New England in weeks. Because if you think about it, I didn't watch them this week. I didn't watch them last week against
When last time they played a meaningful game?
They didn't even play last week. They had a bye last week. I didn't watch them week 17 when they played the Jets.
So you probably haven't watched them since they played Pittsburgh like me.
As a matter of fact, you're absolutely right.
So they ain't had a meaningful game in about 6 weeks.
And they got heat coming this week.
Yeah.
They got heat coming this week.
Yes, sir. Okay, champs and chumps. I came in hot this week, people. When we say we coming in hot, that means I wasn't prepared. I got these notes last minute. I got to the arena late, but I showed up.
But you did.
I'm here. I only had one champ this week for myself, and that's Leonard Fournette. This is exactly why they drafted him, to take pressure off Blake Bortles so he wouldn't have to throw the ball as many times as a lot of teams do. Ben Roethlisberger threw the ball 58 times. 58. That's a lot.
That's a lot. I would think that coming into this game, they didn't want to throw that many times, especially because the Jacksonville has one perceived kink in the armor defensively is that you can run on them a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Pittsburgh thought that they would be able to run some more on them, but at the same time, Jacksonville was going to be ready for that. So I think that probably opened up a little bit more passing. And then, when they got down, they had no choice but to kind of chunk it. But you know what was impressive? Now that I just think about it, that boy A.J. Boyer hadn't given up a touchdown all year until Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
All year. That's hard to do.
I bet the Texans miss his ass right now.
Nothing would have helped him.
This is the one thing I like about the NFL compared to other sports. The NFL, I mean, we always joke about it. We say Jacksonville wins free agency every March. But you can have a good week in March and change the whole direction of your franchise.
Yeah.
Calais Campbell, A.J. Boyer, these are cats they damn picked up in March. And shout out to that GM for having the balls to take Miles Jack when folks were stepping away from him.
Mm-hmm.
That was supposed to go top 10, and they had the guts to take him.
Right.
And look at him making plays for them now. Look at him.
Yep. And with all that, Dante Fowler is like an afterthought.
Right. He basically redshirted because he got hurt.
Yeah.
They got a team full of young cats. Now, in a couple of years, they got to pay all these dudes. I don't know how that's going to work.
What's going to end up happening? They got the makings of being Seattle 2.0. Everybody on the defense get paid, and the offense going to have to make it work.
Now, we're gonna find out how they feel this summer. Because they got to figure out Allen Robinson. Do they lowball him and say we got to save money for the defense?
Yeah.
Or do they pay him?
Yeah, because I don't think you can come back again next year and expect to have the lack of passing offense that you did this year, and expect to be back in this same spot. They got some good receivers, but how well do you feel about Allen Hurns, Marquise Lee being your 1 and 2?
You need Allen Robinson to be that one and move them 2 cats further down the line. They'll be very dangerous. And get you a tight end, somebody that ain't our age. Yep. But I don't have a chump. My chump is basically who we're going to talk about, whoever won piss the bed. That's my chump.
Well, I'm giving it to Blake Bortles. I mean, of course, the defense gets a lot of praise, but I'm giving Blake his props. Not for just not messing it up. He actually made plays late in this game. I mean, there were third downs that he picked up with his feet.
Yes.
That's another added dimension that people forget about his game. And that I like that little play action pass that they did to that tight end that scored them that last touchdown to put them up 10 and really sew it away.
You talking about that tight end that was wide, goddamn open?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a nice play though. That was nice. Because he was going to be blocking on the lead run play, and then he just kind of slipped it, and it was over. But Blake getting my champ for my chumps. Mike Tomlin, Todd Haley, Ben Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh staff, record label.
I was about to say so. Yeah, the whole crew. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, who won piss the bed, homie?
All right, so people, last week we gave the Piss the Bed award, and we forgot we were supposed to be letting y'all vote on it. So this week we had a couple good candidates. Falcons were on the list. The Vikings were on the list up until the last play of the game, and of course the Steelers, because you had home and you came out and laid an egg. And let me check.
We were kind of nervous Sunday night. We were like, cause we ain't never had 3 candidates, not in the same week. I voted for the Falcons because I felt like they were the favorites. They were supposed to win that game.
Okay. So, you must have been the one person that voted for them. With 64% of the votes, Steelers are the Piss the Bed of the Week champs this week. And rightfully so. I mean, after all that we just had to say about them, I don't think anybody out there can disagree with much of that, if any at all. They received it, especially due to the amount of talking and yapping that they did before the game.
Man, what's that Biggie line that you always tell me, you've been telling me over the years?
Hey, man, bad boys moving silence. Silence.
They talk too much shit this week. I mean, Mike Mitchell. For a cat that Fournette ran over in the previous win.
Yeah.
You looking over these cats?
I was going to say, for a cat who ain't done much in this league up to date, I don't think.
Outside of take dirty shots at people, late hits.
Right.
That's all I remember him for. Wasn't he with us? Wasn't he a Panther?
I believe so.
Down with them? I want to say he was.
I think he was with y'all.
Yeah, so he left us, went up there and started hitting folks late, but, Hey.
All right, shout out to the Steelers.
All that shit, and shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars Twitter. I love what they said this week. Did you see that shit? Said y'all can play New England in Madden all week long.
Anytime you want. Run it back, do whatever. So, hey, Steelers, you didn't leave this season without winning anything. We got you an award. There you go. Be happy.
Think about it. And now you got it all off season long to figure out what the hell y'all gonna do because Le'Veon wants his money.
All of it. Not half, not some.
Right now. All right.
So, coming up on last call, and I need it. Fresh out. Number one. The first topic. NFL coaching hires. So now, are these still rumored or have they been announced? I know the Josh McDaniels.
Well, you know, these cats are still got a job, so it's out there, but they can't be official because their team's still alive.
This is the Kyle Shanahan thing with the Falcons 49ers last year, basically. All right. So the Giants are rumored to hire Pat Shmurmur as a coach. He's the Vikings OC currently.
I'm not impressed.
When that season's over, that's what they're expecting. Yeah, I mean, not a sexy hire.
He's a retread, too.
Oh, he was with the Browns, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can we count that?
I mean, it was a head coaching job.
Okay. He's a retread. Okay.
Matt Patricia, the current Patriots defensive coordinator, is going to branch out, spread his wings to the Detroit Lions.
They want him to be a Belichick mini-me.
Give him 3 years? 3 years?
If that.
Okay.
You know what they're thinking, basically? Oh, we got Jim Bob and Matthew Stafford. All you got to worry about is the defense. Say a word.
Okay.
Right.
So we will see about that. And then last, we got Josh McDaniels. They're trying to decide between Andrew Luck and Marcus Mariota.
I got questions about that.
Which
would you do?
Well, if I'm Josh McDaniels, first thing I'm going in Big Jim office, and I don't care if it's Big Jim or not. I bring my gun if I have to. Before we discuss anything as far as parameters of a contract or anything,
let's see if we're on the same page, because I know what I'm thinking.
I need you to get your ass on your cell phone, Jim Irsay. Call Andrew Luck's ass down here. Tell his ass to get on a pair of shorts and some tennis shoes.
I gotta see him throw.
I need to see that motherfucker throw.
There's no way I'm taking that job.
And if I can't see him throw, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
Because I'd be the asshole. I'd be the asshole. He had to go through a pro day for me. There's no way I'm taking that job.
I'm talking about straight combine, cuz.
Has he thrown since January of last year? They alleged that he threw earlier this year. They alleged, but we ain't seen no tape.
No tape. Nobody see it. Who was there?
Right. I ain't touching that job. Jacoby Brissett, he's okay. He's cool. But I'm not touching that job till I see.
Andrew Luck ain't threw a rock in 18 months.
Didn't you tell me last week he went to the Netherlands? Because they doing shady surgeries too? I know about Germany. The Netherlands? Where the fuck is the Netherlands?
Well, it's right there. That's it's right. It's kind of right. It's right there together. It's Amsterdam. That's the Netherlands. Amsterdam. That's the country that the Netherlands are.
So he had to go.
Country rather. So yeah, he over there.
That shit. Their team doctors is just suckers. He had to go all the way down to Amsterdam for whatever they did to him. Man, I ain't touching that job. He go to the combine. I ain't touching it.
Got to see him throw, cuz. Got to see him.
I don't care if they gave him $90 million. I ain't touching that job.
All right. Next up. Last night, we had the Cavs. It was MLK Day, so we actually had about 4 or 5 games throughout the day. But the Cavs and Warriors.
Did you watch most of it?
I watched pretty much the entire game.
Okay, cool.
And for about 3.5 quarters, the Cavs were right there. And of course, in order to beat the Warriors, I mean, looking down the road playoff-wise, they would have to play those 3 quarters, which is basically playing perfect, without any hiccups. And I can't see that happening.
Man, I watched that game last night. And I tried my best to be objective. I was sitting there watching that game. I was like, cuz they made the comeback with Steph and KD on the damn bench. On the bench. Then you bring them. Tell me somebody that can beat them. I don't care what move they make. 4 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take some divine intervention or injury.
Somebody got to get hurt.
Yeah.
Somebody has to get hurt. And this KD now, I love the fact that he says, I want LeBron every time we play defense. I want LeBron.
I mean, that part is cool and all. I mean, he still can't stop LeBron.
Nah, but he slows him down at least.
Well, he didn't slow him down that first half or that first quarter.
Well, LeBron was motivated last night.
Well, I would say when he motivated, can't nobody stop him. What I'm more impressed about KD, of course, his defense has got a lot better since he's got to go to State, but his playmaking.
Yes.
So a lot of the passes that he's doing and looking out for teammates, and see, that's the contagious part. We talked about it, Pittsburgh, negatively about how stuff can be contagious and affect and spread out. Being with the Warriors and how they move and pass that ball has affected and spread to KD because now you see him doing that same thing and adding that aspect to his game.
Man, they're pretty damn good. The one thing I took away from that, Isaiah Thomas is going to take some time to get right. People don't look at that game and sit there and say he sucked. The one thing I didn't care for was, man, they was throwing his shit when he got to the hole.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take him some time. I think he was like, 8 for 21, 1 for 7 from three-point land.
He ain't going to miss all them shots when he right.
Yeah, because he was getting a lot of open looks, stuff that he normally hits when he was in Boston. And one thing that I did see that, and I want to say Kenny Smith may have pointed out during the breakdown, but when him and LeBron run that pick and roll,
can't do nothing with it.
It's a problem.
And he gets to the hole. I think that's the thing people don't talk about. Isaiah gets to the hole.
Yeah.
You know, he gets, and I guess I paid more attention to him last night. I mean, he just came back last week. But he gets to the hole. That lob he threw LeBron, when he got to the hole, because you got to follow him. And if he's 10 to 12 free throws a night, that's going to be solid. But like you said, they got to play them 3 quarters the entire game. They got to. Yeah. And I talked about it last night. I like the fact that they got bodies to throw at KD, and LeBron ain't got to guard him the whole game. Yeah. They got Green. They got Crowder. Hell, when Shaq come back, he can throw him on. Because I think Bron got tired in the finals last year because he had to chase him.
Right.
But before we get off Cleveland, I mean, I honestly don't see much they can do. This situation with this team, I don't blame them for not wanting to trade that Nets pick because you don't know what LeBron's going to do.
Not only that, even if you knew he was going to stay, why would you trade? Especially not for DeAndre Jordan.
That wouldn't even be it.
DeAndre Jordan deal is really a mystery to me because maybe it's just me. Is him and Tristan Thompson not the same dude?
He's just taller. That's it.
That's it. Maybe he can block a few more shots.
That's it.
You got 2 dudes who are there for basically rebounding and defense. Neither one of them can shoot free throws. You ain't running no plays for either one of them.
Well, Tristan's a better free throw shooter, I think. That's not the only thing.
Okay. I know he was bad at one point. Maybe he's got
much. I mean, he ain't much better.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would not do that, especially not throwing in the Nets pick.
Nah, hell no. If Doc Rivers asked you for that shit, that would be one of them situations where it would be something said and then please behind it.
Right.
But
if you want to get rid of Tristan, I mean, because DeAndre is a little bit – he's more athletic. He will give you a little bit more on defense than Tristan will. Because Tristan ain't the same dude that he was before he got that money.
Kardashian curse.
I was about to say, and if you want to get rid of that Kardashian curse, I do not blame you. Ship his ass to Siberia.
But I guess the funny thing is Doc and them, like, they got some leverage.
They don't.
I mean, DeAndre free this summer.
Right.
What leverage you got?
And I don't know how true it is, but Stephen A. claims that he knows through a source that DeAndre Jordan wants to go to the Rockets.
I got something on that in a second.
Why would the Rockets do that?
Hold on, we got something for that in a second because we're gonna talk about this whole Clippers shit. Anyway, so I don't know if I'm the Cavs. If LeBron can't walk that off and tell me he gonna stay, then I'll go after somebody with that pick. Otherwise, my future's on the line. Hell, you gonna go wherever you go if you gonna go somewhere. I gotta protect my future. So. I mean, either way it go, you can't be Golden State 4 times. I mean, short of them getting Paul George, and even if they get Paul George, I'm not sure they can beat them. I'm not. I don't know. This is the curse, the gift and the curse of LeBron James. LeBron ain't playing with no rookies. He gonna demand that you make that team better. So you ain't gonna have no future. That's why Miami's down there dealing with what they're dealing with now. Because you got to get rid of all your first round picks to get LeBron help right now to win.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. All right, Clippers and Houston. I don't want to talk about the game. The Clippers won. Why are these cats acting like they tough guys, man? What the hell is going on?
I mean, for me, even before the Clippers Houston, you had Philly and Toronto, Ben Simmons and Kyle Lowry getting into it, and Ben Simmons like, hey, meet me in the back or whatever.
Did Kyle Lowry really want that work?
Now I will say this,
Ben Simmons 6'10", dog, and he's young.
I get that. Kyle Lowry from Philly. All right. And
that was a home game too. That was a Philly home game, so he's from there.
He's from Philly. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Kyle Lowry went to Villanova, right?
Villanova. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's home for him.
But what I used to talk about back in the day, good losses, that would have been a good L for him. Because if he fought a 6'10" dude, that's a good L. He had heart.
Yeah. And I kind of like what Ben Simmons said. We'll get to the main event. But I like what Ben Simmons said after the game. He's like, I don't know if they just trying to see how I am on the court or what have you, but I ain't going to play around with these dudes.
Yeah. I mean, he got tried the week before. Yeah. Marcus Morris tried to fight him. Whichever one's in Boston. I don't know which twin it is.
That's Marcus.
In Boston tried to fight him.
Yeah.
The week before last, nobody last week, did you see James Jones and Serge? When James Jones gave Serge the quick 2-2?
I saw that. Serge didn't want that problem.
Serge be trying to fight like every night.
Yeah.
But did you see tonight before we went on? Aaron Afalo swung on a dude with Minnesota. They're fighting left and right. Cuz have we went to sleep and woke up in 1991?
Hey, maybe they got tired of people saying they don't fight no more like they used to. I'm all here for it. All here for it. If that's the case, if we going back to that, hey, I'm all for it. Somebody just got to inform the refs.
Hey, cuz we may not win first quarter. We may not win second quarter, third or fourth. These cats trying to win in the fifth quarter.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Take it on to the main event.
Yeah, Clippers Houston. I didn't even stay up and watch this game.
I ain't watched none of that game.
So I just woke up and I do my normal morning routine, lay in the bed for about 20, 30 minutes, scroll through Twitter, scroll through box scores, stories, and see what happened, what's going on. And this was the first thing that popped up on the news feed this morning. I'm like, what? Apparently Blake and Chris Paul got into it. Long and short, Chris Paul done took the team through a back door, through a secret passageway that lead to the Clippers locker room on some what's up shit. Then sent Capella to the front door to knock on it to create a distraction when they come in through the back way. I'm like, what? This where we going with this? This what we doing? And nobody still fought.
Because, okay, first of all, Chris Paul called Blake Griffin a bitch on national television last night.
Chris Paul like 6'2".
A 6'9", 250 dude got called a bitch by us, 6'1", 6'2", or is he 6 feet?
Somewhere around there.
Okay. Now, he is a nut puncher. Yes, he is. But he called him a bitch on national TV?
Hey, maybe this is why Ben Simmons is trying to put his foot down right now. Because, we've been saying this about Blake Griffin for years.
He should have fought somebody years ago.
Knock somebody the fuck out. Everybody going to think he a bitch. And it's too late now. It's too late now. So
they were talking about that on Undisputed. Shout out to Shannon Sharp and Chris Broussard. They was like, Chris Broussard was like, man, they like to try him because he light skinned. He said, I used to fight dudes just your complexion all the time. You used to knock them out like domino.
Chris Broussard ain't not no damn body out.
They not looking Blake like a sucker though. I mean,
they do.
Maybe he should have. Me myself, I mean, I was about that action when I was young. I ain't gonna wait on nobody to hit me. If it was gonna go, it was gonna go.
Right.
He should have put Chris Paul little ass up against a locker a long time ago. A long time ago.
Hey man, he gotta get them. How is he gonna get them lobs thrown to him?
And I mean, let me look in the camera and say this: James Harden went with you.
Hey man, James Harden don't get his hands dirty. He's sending goons. Is that trial over with that lawsuit?
I don't think it is.
Is it, damn, whose son is that sued him?
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone's son. That trial over with yet?
No.
Okay.
So you took Gerald Green, Chris Paul, James Harden, and Trevor Ariza through the back door to go fight in their locker room. But the funny thing about it with this whole DeAndre thing, I ain't heard nothing about DeAndre stepping too. Because he's trying to go play with him.
He's trying to go play for him. So yeah. Like, y'all can have that shit.
Hey, what's the homie on Twitter? The meme, he be like, oh no. He just got backed up. But that's on them.
It really is. What I was gonna say about them, about the cats that was just fighting. Damn. So I know Pat Beverly was on the bench.
He ain't trying to fight Pat Beverly.
You said the Rockets. It was Harden,
Harzell, that Montrez from Louisville.
Oh yeah, Montreal. Okay, he'll fight.
He ain't trying to do nothing to him. He's trying to fight. Now, did you see my little Twitter exchange with Shout out to the homie on Kane and Ice and Blast. They Kane posted something that said Austin Rivers said in between the whole fracas that he said he smashed Chris Paul's wife. Right. I said I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
I don't know about that.
I don't believe it. Because your daddy not going to cost me $200 million. And then your son going to smash my wife now. I don't believe that.
But what was funny, that's what I was going to say, that Gerald Green was there. I think I heard that he's on a 10-day contract.
I think they extended it.
But you're on a 10-day contract and you fight. You trying to go through the back door to fight.
That's why he did it. He was riding. like Juju was when he laid out on Vontaze Burfict. He was riding. Young boys got to ride, man, to show that they worth.
Oh, man.
Ain't no goons on the Rockets, man. Chris Paul's the only goon they got. If I'm Blake Griffin, I'm like, step to me outside, Dolo. Me and you.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin should powerbomb his little ass. Be done with it.
Blake ain't gonna do none. Blake ain't gonna do none.
We've been saying for about 3-4 years now, Blake got to whoop somebody's ass. Somebody.
When is it gonna happen?
If it didn't happen by now, that shit might not happen.
Exactly.
All right, I got my picks Thursday.
Yes, sir. We'll get those picks in Thursday for the NFC AFC Championship game. We're gonna have some more basketball, of course, to touch on because those games only gonna take but so long to go over. And we'll put together a couple other topics for you guys. We appreciate everybody tuning in. As usual, don't forget to check us out on the YouTube channel. Again, go ahead and subscribe to that. That's AA Sportscast, straight sports, no chaser. Go ahead and subscribe to it. Leave us some comments as well. But go ahead and subscribe to it so that when we post these shows, you get them automatically. You ain't got to guess or wait for us to throw them on Twitter. Same thing with Spreaker. We're there on that platform as well. You get notifications. You go ahead and subscribe and be a follower there. Hey, tell these people where to reach you at on social media if they want to talk a little bit of sports.
At Rike6000, holla at me. I talk sports. Bring your opinions. I'm with you.
There you go. You can reach myself at Diego Barish on Twitter. And also, we always got the Facebook page up and popping. Shout out to the Urban Arena crew. That's the Kane and Ice Show. Glass and Brandon at Get With It Sports. JB and Big Q over at Team Boyd TV. Nicole,
get back on there. That was a good time.
Yes, sir. Nicole Monique over there. That's what she said. Sports. Get that female perspective. And then last but not least, NYC always checking in with our man Left Handed. He's got some good radio shows. You can find him at Left Handed on Twitter as well. You can find all these guys on Twitter, man. We out here, man. We're trying to do big things in 2018. We're going to see y'all on Thursday. Get these picks in. Y'all got 48 hours. Get it together. Come back. AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser, baby. 48 hours. We'll see y'all. Peace.